not kidding you. This long and that tall, that tall. I mean, really big industrial welders. Come to find, out, I could have had one for free.
That sucks.
Didn't it kind of was hidden because some of the welders were trying to get their hands on their own welder, but then also take an extra one. And what I found out is a guy they sent them to Robbins Manufacturing, who was making stuff for us now. I found out later on I could have got that welder for free. And the only thing was wrong with it was the cord that you weld with was damaged. That was it. I was so hot at that was the dude that lied to me to get to me to Harvard. I was so mad at him, and that was even before that he promised me. I was like, dude, you mean to tell me I could have had that welder for free, and you sent it to a company that has millions of dollars to buy equipment?
Yeah, that
He
sucks.
was like, yeah, but you're not a welder. I said, yet. I'm like,
I started
that would have been a good idea, a good thing to have.
man, when I went to school, it was like I loved that's the thing is I love welding,
Hmm.
but I don't know. I don't know why I never like pursued going down that direction. Because I just took a class just to take it because I had to
Hmm.
take another class to be full time, and I couldn't take a class that had to do with my degree. So they thought it was funny because I was going to school for massage,
Hmm.
but I was taking a class for welding.
Yeah, that's a weird combination,
And I'm like,
to
well,
say the
I'm like
least.
I weld, or I'd love to learn.
Hmm.
I tell you what, I love stick welding. Like MIG, you can keep that. I'd stick weld any day of the week. And everybody else is like, oh, stick welding's so much fun and easy.
I've done. I was actually good at brazing,
Yeah,
where you take like a copper or something and you just heat it up, and I was really good at that.
I'm good at TIG.
What's TIG?
TIG is where you got the pedal, and then you have a piece here, and then it's like elect, electric.
So it's a little
It's
similar
kind
to
of like
brazing.
it's brazen, but brazen's more like you're actually using a torch.
Hmm. Yeah, that's what I was using, a
Yeah,
torch. Yeah, so I really liked brazing. I was actually pretty good at that. I could make things look really really nice and clean, but I only did that on small projects at work, and but I've never. I started welding at the railroad right before Katrina happened. We were gonna actually be licensed welders if we wanted to be. He said you can take it how far you want. And the guy Sal, he said every rain day we had, being that we had gotten promoted, he said now it used to be on the rain days you guys just had to go home. You just can't get paid. Once they called it, you don't get paid for the rest of the day. But once you become a bridgeman helper, which we had gotten promoted to, you're fully paid. So they lose money by letting you go home. So they said while you're here, you can learn something. So they brought in a old rail car, and we just all took turns with the torches cutting it apart. So we learned how to cut things, and we cut it into smaller pieces so that when the people did scrap it, they were able to get it in smaller pieces. So we did that, and we took a full day cutting apart a whole rail car. And so I was like, man, that's cool. And so it seems like the boss we had there, he wanted you to learn stuff because you know what he realized, if you know something, then we're not shut down if that guy doesn't show up.
yeah.
So we had that big forklift that extends out that they have on these big construction sites. The one I first learned on was a traverse lift. This one was named something else, but it was even better because it was brand new and had all of the bells and whistles. And and the first day I got there, I mean, the guy was like, "Well, who all can drive one of these?" I was like, "I can drive it." He was like, "But yeah, but you never got it." And I said, "I guarantee I can drive it." So we got in with the guy that they bought it for, because they replaced the old one, and they got that when it was the same brand. So he pretty much knew how to do everything. So what he did was he's like, all right, hop in. And sure enough, I hopped in. Controls were pretty similar. Man, I went out.